Hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you're well. If you are new to cryptocurrency and you want to learn more, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button and press on notifications. As of now, 1st of July, I'm going to be giving away 0.1 Ethereum to anyone who comments and likes the video. Okay, the threshold is simple. Get over 500 likes in a video over a 2-week period of it being published. I will, in the next video, do a random comment generator. So comment, hit the like button, and if we get over 500 you can have a chance of winning. Do not put an Ethereum address in the comments or you will not be counted, and it will be done live on a video. So I'm going to talk today about 5 coins you could look at if you had Bitcoin profits. Now this is more of a lesson to show you why this is very important to understand the difference between USD and Bitcoin. So stay around, you're going to learn a lot, and I'll see you in a second. Right, so let's look at this first. Things, you know, obvious really. You look on CoinMarketCap and you're like, cack, innit? You just do that. But you always need to remember this one thing. You should be looking at growing your Bitcoin overall. Store of value, you are looking to get Bitcoin as well as fiat. Personally, I always withdraw in fiat when it's high. The last couple of weeks is a good example. But your Bitcoin Satoshi values will be perishing at the seam of destruction because Bitcoin has been pumping. So when Bitcoin goes like that, your sats go like that. They run away from each other. When they go together, it's nice, but more often than not, when the Bitcoin dominance comes down, Satoshi values go up. And a prime example is today. Looks good today. You know, your Satoshi values are kind of rescuing itself. Now, I want to talk about it very simple. You need to be buying altcoins when they're at the bottom on Satoshi value. So what you need to do is what the whales do, essentially. They pump up Bitcoin from 4k up to 13k. They've got a load of profit. Then what they're going to do, they're going to put their slice of their profits, even a 10% of their profits, into the altcoins to grow more Bitcoin. And I'm going to give you 5 coins that look incredibly good buys at the moment in Satoshi values. And they're all well-known coins. They're all known. They're not bottom in the dark alleys kind of rubbish coins. They have a genuine purpose and a genuine use case, but ultimately they have very low in Satoshi value, and it could quite easily triple or quadruple your wallet. I'm not joking. This is how alt seasons work. This is how people make a lot of Bitcoin very fast, even if Bitcoin is doing relatively mediocre gains at the time. So let's go to number 1, VeChain. This is all in the 4-hour time frame. This is all just using obvious trend analysis, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out that this has been falling quite a lot since April. April is a key point in Bitcoin. April Fools, remember it, where we went, what the hell? We rocketed, didn't we? We pumped right up beyond the threshold and we went, wow, Bitcoin has awoken. During this period, the Satoshi values of every single altcoin has pretty much done this. It's just gone backwards. It's just gone, you know what, let's just go this way. Every altcoin, pretty much. So, what's happening now? We appear to be slowing down a little bit, not fully, but when you look and zoom in at the trends, we're actually above the moving averages on a lot of these coins. Now, this is quite key. This is not me trying to say, oh, alt season's coming. This is more obvious that the sats are low. If you've got profits, use them wisely. Do not be buying in USD at the time because they're quite high. You may be finding that your USD values will be coming down a little bit, but ultimately your Satoshi values will be popping. Litecoin is a good example. It is not on this list because I keep talking about Litecoin, but ultimately I'm going to talk about 5 different. So look at VeChain. It's had a bit of an explosion with the Walmart news, came back down, but it's still holding this trend line, which is good. I think VeChain is a very good long-term investment anyways, but I think looking at it on the charts right now on the 4-hour, it's looking like a decent-ish buy if you've got money to waste, i.e. profits. Always use your profits when you're doing this because it is quite risky. It may never work. Bitcoin could tomorrow pump like hell and Satoshi values will just go even further down. You're going to lose Bitcoin, whatever, but ultimately the game, what we're playing now, is a bit of a hedge game because if Bitcoin does rise, your Satoshi values will drop, obviously, but your fiat value will go up. So it's no real biggie if you know how to cash into fiat. However, As I've said, this is kind of an important area. Look at this little wick here. It's a bit ugly, but you know, we're kind of at support there. I'm going to get rid of that little drawing tool because it looks horrendous on my charts. But yeah, look at that. It's above the decent EMAs, the EMA 8, the EMA 34 and the EMA 21, which is good for trend analysis on the 4 hour. Looking at the daily, it looks pretty ugly and bleak, but it has showed a sign that there is support and a bottom has been found. It is going to be struggling at this point, but it needs to break out. It's simple as that. So VeChain is looking like an okay buy at the minute, but look at the 4 hour time frame or the 6. Another one. Ready for it. Ethereum. Wow, it's a big coin, guys. The Ethereum again, 4 hour time frame. You look and you think, well, it really has rocketed down quite a bit, and then it obviously found a natural support line here. This is when Bitcoin did a bit of a jump down, and then Ethereum started to rocket due to the announcements of the V2 and other kind of staking elements, and it's trickling down again. But it's starting to show sign. This looks more of a better buy at the moment compared to VeChain. It's looking very, very nice as it stands, but again, it needs to have the correlation with Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance needs to come down. I'm going to show you at the end how to find out Bitcoin dominance properly, not just using coin market cap, and understand how it works with the total market capitalization. So stick around for that. But it's awesome. This looks like Ethereum could make you a bit of Bitcoin as it stands. Ethereum's got some good news coming out, but these small little pumps up to these regions here, that's 8%. If you get 1 Bitcoin and you gain 8% extra Bitcoin, it's 0.08 Bitcoin. It's quite a lot when you think of the current prices. So it's good to grow your Bitcoin. Now this is an opportunity to do that. The third one, IOTA. Again, look at it. It is dropped like a stone, but again, it's starting to turn above the moving averages, which is looking good. But again, I echo, we need to use that Bitcoin dominance to our advantage. If it's starting to come down, it's a good time to buy, and I personally think it's a good time to buy altcoins now in Satoshis only. Do not even think about it in fiat. But again, it's above the moving averages. It's looking quite good. If this turns up and it turns trend like that, we could start seeing an altcoin season over the course of July if that Bitcoin dominance does slow down. It's looking likely that it is going to happen if Bitcoin does reject. Matic is another one. It's been dropping like a stone. It's been a really, really good investment coin, I think, in personal preference. When you look at what's coming out over the next couple of weeks, you got an adapted version of Plasma, you got other coins that can be used with it, and then you got mainnet in September. So there could be some interesting news articles about this. Again, not financial advice, but I do like the look of Matic. I think it's going to be a good solution for Ethereum. But, you know, it's looking likely, well, it obviously did pump up quite nicely there. It's coming down. If this holds its support, it may well be a good trend coin as well. And lastly, the enemy of the state is XRP. This has really tanked over the last couple of months in Satoshi values. It held its sats for absolutely ages. Throughout the year, it was one of the most dominant coins in Bitcoin values, and when you look at how low it's dropped, 60% in Satoshi values, it's actually gone up in fiat value over Satoshi. So this could quite easily triple your wallet balance, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, if it does really pop. Now you've got to think, how does that work in tripling it? If you think of it, if it goes up to here, this region up there, that is a very, very nice gain, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, the amount of Satoshis that you can get out of it. So just be mindful of what you're doing, but do not put fiat value into XRP. Don't go directly to Coinbase, for example, put money into it because it's quite expensive. You need to put Bitcoin in. Got profits in Bitcoin, you've pretty much going to grow your Bitcoin overall if you are clever to do it. Now, I said how to find out the Bitcoin dominance. You need to do the simple thing on TradingView. Put in BTC.D, and that is it, okay? It is literally that, and this will show the dominance. Now I'm going to show you something quite interesting to go alongside this. This is starting to come down, which is kind of key. That's why I'm kind of getting a little bit excited about the fact that it's finally coming down. It's been rising quite a lot over the last few months now. This is obviously April, okay, pumping up. We lulled down a little bit in the start of May, and then it obviously went stable, and then we popped again. This was a start of June or mid-June where we started to do that rally up to 13k, and obviously we're here now. We are starting to come down. If you look at the daily though, it's looking more obvious that, well, we're up, we're coming down now. If this does come down to these levels and back down, we need the alt to do one thing only. Now if you go onto another chart and go total.2, there's a chart in here. I think it's on the indexes, or one of them. Total, there we go. Just put in total 2, yeah, without the dot, sorry. It's a total market cap of the industry without Bitcoin. Now this is a bit harder to read because it doesn't quite work as well, but this is again coming down. What we want with this is this to go up. We want this to go up and Bitcoin dominance to go down. The other week, last week, this was pumping up as Bitcoin was starting to slow down. That is why we got a massive pump in some of the altcoins. Satoshis, for example, Matic and VeChain popped quite nicely. Litecoin, as an example, did as well compared to its fiat. So there's always room and opportunity to know what's coming. Now, if I was you, look to see what's happening with this and also the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now if I go to the 4-hour time frame, it's looking rather red at the minute, so just be mindful that this is kind of stopped up here. Money's come out the market, it went back in, coming out. There may be more money coming out the market, but ultimately if money goes into the market and it doesn't go into Bitcoin, obviously altcoins, or Bitcoin goes into altcoins, you're going to see this really go up, and it will go up. And then what you'll see with the Bitcoin dominance, you'll see the crisscross effect, which would indicate that the Satoshi values of your coins will be going up, but when you go on coin market cap and you go to USD, it will look rather horrible. So there may be a change happening. So there you go, that is today's video. If you do like this stuff, hit the thumbs up. Again, 500 likes and I will activate this price draw 0.1 Ethereum that will be given to someone for a random comment generator. So please do comment, please do hit the like button. If we get 500 likes within 2 weeks of this video being up and online, it'll happen. So there you go, hit the thumbs up button. I've already said that 25 times to do it. Subscribe button, press that, press all notifications, because every time I do a prize draw it'll be done on the next video or whenever the video is activated essentially. So you need to know if you win, because if you win you need to email me that you've won it, basically. Simple as that. So there you go, hope you enjoyed it, have a good day.